Sunday. There was no trip here on Saturday at a family function. So today, it's the weekend before Memorial Day weekend. The boat's in the water, the mast is on. The rigger came and fixed the backstay. I haven't checked the other stays yet. So I have two highly critical tasks for the moment, and then one less so, but the first two things I have to do is basically put the wrap on the mast to make this opening so it doesn't leak. Right now, if it rained, luckily the weather's been sunny, but if it rained right now, water would run in there pretty good. The other thing is that none of the rigging has any cotter pins in it. It's all got the initial setup on it, and I need to get cotter pins for that so that I can make sure nothing comes disconnected. And then after those two things are done, I'll see if I can put the boom on. It's a little tricky alone, but it can be done because I have the mast now to hold things up. So that's great. So this is my plan for today. Well, I was able to get cotter pins at the local store, which was good. I also saw these and I grabbed them. They might replace the hinges on the anchor locker up on the deck. I was so pleased to see some that even remotely possible replacement that I just bought them, and hopefully they will. If not, I'll have something close. And I'll hang on to these because you can always need a hinge every now and then. I also bought stuff for keeping the odor out of the head. Stuff's not cheap, but it, you know, what's it worth to not have a stinking head? I say quite a bit. And that jug will last most of the summer. It was like $26. The hinges were 10. They're 3/16 stainless steel. The cotter pins. The cotter pins are surprisingly expensive. They're only that big. I don't know if you can see them, but they're stainless. They're $1.50 a piece. So 20 cotter pins is $30. But they're going to last a long time, so no complaints. Anyway, it's lunchtime here. We have our culinary portion of the show. My 2 apples, my jug of water, my turkey sandwiches, although I bought the wrong kind of bread this week. And I got a little snack for later. Okay, see you after lunch. Okay, so on the top of the tank, there's this sensor. Okay, let's just check and see if there's some sort of label on it before I go and ask the yard people that made it what on earth it is. So there was no label. This mast wrap stuff with a bust. I thought I was buying 10 feet. I don't know if it was in the advertisement, but in the package it's clearly marked as basically 3 feet. And that's completely useless. I need more than 3 feet. Because I have, some vertical distance to cover to get the whole open area covered. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do now. It's going to rain at some point. It hasn't rained yet, but it will. I'm a little mad at myself for wasting time and money on this thing. The temporary solution to most problems. So that's not good, but it only has to hold till next week. So I was going to hook up the fuel lines, and if there was time, hang up the boom. But really what I have to do is get the sails out of here and the Dodger out of here to get at the fuel line. And so I can't do that until the boom's out of the way, because the boom is where the Dodger goes, and the sail goes on, the main sail goes on the boom. And shuffling stuff around here. It's just a little bit still too tight. Wow, humid. Anyway, so I guess the next thing I'm going to do is put the boom on, or try to. So there's this bolt. This is what holds the boom to the mast. Now it's supposed to be stainless steel. You can see the rust on it. So usually I end up doing jobs like this when the store is not open, but the store is open. So I'm going to replace it. So you see this piece of cable. It's got a plastic coating on it for chafing. This goes at the far end of the boom. Goes from the top of the mast to the boom. The line hooks to it. And with this adjustment right here, the screen rope raises and lowers the height of the boom when the sail's not up. The problem with it is that it's going through there instead of down on the other side of the spreaders. So we have to, somebody has to go up the mast and straighten that out. These are jack lines. They go along the boom and the sail falls into them, except for the other side of the spreader. So again, someone doesn't want to fix the other side, fix this as well. And at the same time, they'll put the spreader boots on the lower set of spreaders. So I think that someone's hopefully going to be my son-in-law. My friend from Jade Dragon was here, and we were talking, and we were going to go up, one of us was going to go up the mast, and we were discussing who was going to go up the mast in that seat when a giant gust of wind came, and we decided that a calmer day is a better choice. Whew. It's warm today. When you get up in years a little bit, everything gets really hard when it's hot. I don't remember it being this hard in the past. But hey, stay hydrated. So for temporary, hung the boom on the main halyard just to get it out of the way. So now I can try to put up the Dodger and see what we got. There's the Dodger up with the new plastic windows. And I gotta say, it looks really nice and clear. I'm gonna enjoy that this season. The screw pattern for the new hinge looks very close to the old hinge. So I'm gonna try replacing one and just see what happens. The pattern does not match. It is close. It is not close enough. It makes the holes just off. You see that? If I line up one, the other two are off. So I'm just going to put it back on for now and try to think about how to get a new hinge pin. I have to remember that. I never even hooked up the shore power all day, but I'll do that tomorrow. I'll be back pretty much every night after work this week.